Welcome back. It feels good to be back with another edition of Women in Sports, and we start today with the WNBA playoffs. First round kicked off on Sunday, and every single top-seeded team took home the first game. That would be New York, Connecticut, Minnesota, and Las Vegas, which are all listed in bold. And now it's do or die tonight for Atlanta and Seattle. As for Indiana and Phoenix, those must-win games are happening tomorrow night. But check this out. Before the Connecticut Sun even took the court for their first playoff game this weekend, they were sharing a practice facility with a 2-year-old's birthday party. Photos were posted to Twitter, and it became a lightning rod over the weekend, with players and fans saying the W needs to do better. And on Sunday, the voters made it official. What the rest of the world has known all along, that A'ja Wilson is your unanimous 2024 WNBA MVP. She is only the second player in the league's history to earn every vote, and this year she was the first player in the W or the NBA to lead a season in points, rebounds, and blocks. So I need you to understand that. 105 years of pro basketball in this country, and she's the first person ever to reach that milestone. Oh yeah, and she's also the only player in the W's history to score 1,000 points in a single season, so there was no denying A'ja was the unanimous choice. But look at this. Caitlin Clark secured 4th place in this year's MVP race. This weekend, she was unanimously named the AP Rookie of the Year. She is now first place all-time in points, assists, and three-pointers among rookies. And outside of just the rookies, Clark also broke the record this year for the most assists in a single season in the history of the W. And wouldn't you know it, both Clark and Wilson made it to the All-WNBA AP First Team. Clark is the only rookie on the list, and joining them are Napheesa Collier, Breanna Stewart, and Alyssa Thomas. And I know we're in the playoffs now, but we do have to throw it back to the regular season for just a moment, when the Fever traveled to Washington, D.C. to play the Mystics this past Thursday, and the ticket demand was so high that the game was moved over to NBA's Capital One Arena. The end result was a new record. 20,711 fans packed Capital One, and that officially makes it the highest attended WNBA game ever. But it gets better. This is my favorite stat of the show today. This year, the Indiana Fever averaged higher attendance than their NBA counterpart, the Indiana Pacers. In fact, the Fever averaged 4,000 fans a game last year, and this year, that number exploded to an average of more than 17,000 fans at every home game. And adding to all this excitement in the W is an expansion announcement. The league's 15th team will officially call Portland, Oregon home starting in 2026. That will coincide with Toronto's new team in 26 and the Golden State Valkyries starting their franchise next year. But I do want to get to some non-basketball news before we're done, and I have some bad news for my soccer fans. U.S. national women's team legend Kelly O'Hara has officially played her last match. She suffered a season-ending injury this weekend, and she was already set to retire at the end of this year. O'Hara is a 2-time World Cup champion, a gold medalist, and a fierce advocate for equal pay. And in the NFL, Sunday's game between the Panthers and the Raiders made history. These are the only teams with women presidents. Sandra Douglas Morgan with the Raiders and Christy Coleman with the Panthers, and this marked the very first time in the NFL's history that 2 women presidents went head-to-head. And finally tonight, I'm back on basketball, but for a local connection. Davenport North's star player Divine Burridge has officially committed to playing basketball at LSU. She is ranked the 9th best player in the country by ESPN, and I'm sure she's going to shine in the Collegiate League. And hey, that'll do it for this week's edition of Women in Sports.